Right there, Eds. Thank you very much for tuning in for our instant match reaction. Let me know your thoughts if you did watch the game. A lot of credit does have to go to Crystal Palace. Absolutely phenomenal when they have played Manchester City this year. Anyway, took 3 points away at the Etihad this season, and they took another valuable point for themselves. Anyway, Patrick Vieira plays. He seems to have the number on this Manchester City side. Anyway, could have had a potential goal anyway if the bit more time was taken in the opposition box. But in Manchester City's box anyway, he always looked lively in terms of when he did spring in a counter attack, a bit more intelligence in the final third of the pitch. I think he possibly could have ran away with a little cheeky goal, but yet again, Manchester City looking very disappointing in terms of the 6-yard box. Yes, they created quite a lot of great opportunities tonight, really. But the fact is, Manchester City, for I think it's the fourth time this season anyway, failed to register a goal within a game, which is very surprising. Could a number 9 be the factor in terms of what team does win the league? Liverpool went out and bought the Colombian left winger Diaz. That offers Liverpool, he offers us so much in terms of the final third of the pitch anyway. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as well, Reds. And obviously I've got a good chart from obviously Sky. We'll have a look at the fixtures for not just Liverpool but Manchester City as well. This league is ours, Jack John. One game at a time, mate. I know all of us, obviously it's difficult to try and get ahead of ourselves, but it just our Liverpool lads tonight would have been watching the game. I think Trent was speaking very highly after the game. I think that we did play midweek against Brighton, and he said you try and not watch it, but they're only human. they're like fans, our players anyway, and they would have been given a lot of confidence, and rightly so. I'm pretty sure Nathaniel Klein will be getting a lot, and I mean a lot of messages off his ex-teammates anyway. So shout out to Kleiny and the boys at the Palace, and obviously the great support from Palace tonight. They are probably one of the best home fans in the league. I don't know if he's ever been, but their end anyway. Obviously, not Palace Ultras, but the singing lot anyway in their stadium are absolutely fantastic. A credit to the league and obviously the Palace, the way in which they do play football. Patrick Vieira has very much implemented the football, a different kind of football, especially losing Roy Hodgson and then transitioning into Patrick Vieira. I think he surprised quite a lot of people by how well he's got his young side playing. I think if he can keep hold of Gallagher, I think it'd be massive if they can actually sign him. But obviously, I think he's on loan from Chelsea, Gallagher. But if they can make that a permanent deal, I know there probably will be a lot more other teams other than Palace. But if I was Gallagher, I'd be going to Palace, getting first team football in the Premier League, like he has been doing over the last 12 months anyway. So Palace redeemed themselves. Oh yeah, we played obviously Palace twice already this season because they are a very difficult side. Even when they did come to Anfield this season, and over the last couple of periods of time, obviously under Roy, they've got a lot of very talented players, and they're always a threat on the counter attack. I think the kryptonite of obviously Manchester City, like we already said at the top of the show, taking 4 points away from them this year. But hopefully this gives a lot of confidence, not just to obviously Palace, but a lot of the teams that are going to be coming up against Manchester City as well. You seen Southampton a couple of weeks ago. I had a feeling Southampton were going to get something out of the game, and they've been able to play into the hands of City anyway. When Palace did, Southampton, sorry, did play them. But yeah, John, what I loved about the game tonight, mate, I don't know if everyone else picked up on it. The amount of times Bernardo Silva mentioned Liverpool. I know the obviously interview was asking him blah 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 about Liverpool. Is it going to be a nap? But as John said, within the Manchester City's heads, and I was very surprised Pep Guardiola didn't make a substitution. The wealth of talent in which he does have on the bench. It was an interesting point that Carragher and Neville did say, and rightly so. Obviously, Liverpool's attacking options, especially off the bench. I know City have got Silva, but it was Pep's stubbornness tonight. I don't know when you were all watching the game, was like, it got to like the 85th minute or like the 90th and plus 5 minutes. So there was still quite a lot of time to play. But it is stubbornness and not making a decision. Pep's overthinking as well. But I think if we do go to the Etihad, John, it'll take a lot of belief from Liverpool. But I think psychologically, we've been in title runs where we've been ahead, haven't we? Obviously, with Manchester United, City in the past as well. When we've been in front, it will take a lot higher, especially if Liverpool, if we can. The most important thing is we focus on one game at a time. It's not going to be an easy game come Wednesday night anyway, because obviously Arsenal are playing phenomenal. We'll have our pre-match build-up show out in the channel tomorrow. So stay tuned on that. I want to get your thoughts on the Arsenal game. But absolutely spot on there, Ben. Hopefully you have a lovely evening, every single one of you. Hello all, how you doing? Well, I'm pretty sure you enjoyed that, mate. Just got to keep going. Palace could have won that 100%, John. Obviously, a bit more thinking in terms of the final third of the pitch. Arsenal is a big hurdle for us, 100% agree with that, Eamon. Let's hope we can get over that 100%, mate. The difference between the two sides, Liverpool have firepower, yeah. Obviously, a great point in which Carragher and Neville did speak on Monday Night Football. It's an intriguing factor, and obviously we spoke, I think, all the amazing Reds around the world when we've been on everyone's channels. We spoke about what an impact in which Diaz has made, and hopefully, as well as Liverpool's defending. But it's going to be intriguing. It's going to be so exciting, Jay. It's in our hands, John. As I said, everyone in there, we just need to win every single game. I know that sounds mad, but if Liverpool win all our games, but you never know. Steven Gerrard Coutinho, last game of the season. That's everyone's fantasy of things that would be typical. That would be it wouldn't be quite an Aguero moment because that was phenomenal. One of the best moments in the Premier League. Don't think anything will ever match that, really. But remember, Liverpool did lose a league title at Anfield against Arsenal when they beat us 2-0. And my dad was at that game, pretty sure you all remember that. Oh, that was, I wish I could go in a time machine and obviously not experience it, but just be in that stadium, like how it unfolded and everything was mad. Yeah, we still have some hard games to play. Got to keep our heads and work for it. Can't take our foot off the pedal. 100% agree with that, Willow. And obviously that's what Jurgen Klopp is. We know Jurgen will be stressing that. Was shocked he didn't make us up 100%, John. Pep's... It's typical Pep, isn't it? He's probably overthinking everything, and I understand, especially when we all watched the game tonight, didn't we? The low block in Palace, and but what I loved was the Palace attackers as well. When Edouard come on, Ayew as well, and shout out to Palace left back. I think it's the young kid that's replaced Van Aanholt. Obviously, he's playing Turkey or somewhere now anyway. But Van Aanholt, the young lad that's replaced him. First time I've actually properly watched him, and he was absolutely phenomenal. The amount of times he was 2-on-1 against Manchester City's after Riyad Mahrez and Kyle Walker, he dealt with them excellently. What a player to keep an eye out on in terms of his development. Would rather be focused on the league now over anything else. The fans deserve to celebrate it. John, I think obviously, yeah, we've got the potential to go well in all competitions, but I think a massive factor, I think all of us can agree, is who we get in the Champions League. Hopefully City do get someone difficult like a Real Madrid or a Bayern Munich, and potentially sometimes in the latter stages of competition, you're very heavily reliant in terms of your luck, who you do get rolled up against anyway. We've got Forest in the FA Cup as well. That won't be an easy game. I think I watched their game that they had against, well, I think it was on Monday. I think it was the week before. And anyway, I was dipping in and out. I think I was watching the Liverpool game anyway, but they were on in the background. Won't be an easy game. But John, Liverpool strives to win every single competition, mate, especially Jurgen Klopp's change in heart in terms of the way in which he views the FA Cup and obviously the Capital One Cup, in which we did win this season, which is great. But that helps, and squad depth is key, and the attacking players, Minamino's been phenomenal, Divock Origi, and hopefully those two do have a say in the title race. You never know. Did you keep on playing like the way they have done? But interesting. That left back was outstanding. Yeah, but we'll shoot over. I'll quickly just, if I can I get this up? If it lets me. There we go, Reds. We can have a little look in terms of obviously what this does mean for if we can and we stress that we can win our game on Wednesday, and then you look at obviously Manchester City's games there. Burnley, that won't be an easy game. Us, when we do play Watford on the 2nd of April, we've got them at home. So, and then Newcastle, you'd hopefully hope that Newcastle hopefully will be on their sunbeds, but it won't be an easy game. Tottenham will be vying for top 4 in terms of obviously their Champions League pursuits and Wolves. But for me, I've been saying for the last couple of weeks now, for me, I don't know if you've all seen the Wolves game when they went to the Etihad. They will have a lot of anger going into that game in terms of they probably feel that they were robbed at the Etihad, and similar to Palace in terms of how City were frustrated. They created quite a lot of chances, City, in the reverse fixture at the Etihad against Wolves, but Wolves are a team that very much love and prey on Manchester City's weaknesses. We've seen them go to obviously Etihad in previous seasons with the likes of Adama Traore and very much play on the counter attack, and you could see Stones tonight and Laporte, but yet again Diaz, he's a very good centre half, but you can very much notice the absence in terms of just a great, well, he's a great centre half, Diaz, but Stones is it's not on Diaz's level. Couldn't even tie up his laces anyway. Still a good centre half, but he's nowhere compared to the level in which the Portuguese centre back is for City. So I think he will be missing for the likes against. I think he might be missing for the Liverpool game. Hopefully, they'll try their utmost to bloody get him back anyway. And obviously, the Burnley game, I think he potentially might be missing. But as everyone was saying there, Liverpool win our games. Obviously, we've got a game still to play, and hopefully, if we can beat Arsenal by at least 2-3 goals, that would put our goal difference up to a +6 anyway. Well, for me, I could see City losing points against Wolves, and it's Leeds. Leeds won't get nothing from City. And then potentially you're looking at Aston Villa, West Ham as well. You never know how this top 4 pursuit is going to end up come now the end of the season. Obviously, we've still got to play Manchester United at home, but I think the atmosphere in terms of Liverpool, you look at the chart there, Liverpool have got count that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 home games with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, more or less 5 fixtures each anyway. So at Liverpool, so obviously 5 at home, 5 away. But it's going to be a massive. The Anfield factor will hopefully have a play, and it'll be phenomenal for our fans if we can hopefully get over the line. And our last games, well, both last games of the season are at home for Liverpool and Manchester City respectively. Anyway, Villa, we said it, Stephen, the boys, and then Wolves. Yet again, I've just been speaking about Wolves in terms of how they will approach the game at the Etihad. Well, for me, Wolves, you won't get in harder test. Liverpool, hopefully, we've got the title won by then. But it's still going to be a difficult game. Southampton away as well. But whoever does win this game, win the title come not the end of May, it is very much fully deserved anyway. But keep on getting your comments in as well. Drop a like on the video. It really just help the YouTube algorithm. Absolute legends. If we can win that next 2 games, then we can afford to go ahead of Manchester City. Yeah, so it's a great point, John, in it. Obviously, Liverpool can, if we hopefully, fingers crossed, we can win on Wednesday night, then we do very much play Watford. And I think we can go 2 points ahead of Manchester City with a game played more. But yet again, Liverpool got the win against Brighton this weekend, and City had 2 days to very much psychologically process the result, and we've all played sport, or when there's pressure on us, I think a lot of, in terms of whether you're in work or whatnot, it's difficult. I think the longer you stew on anything, really, but especially if you're a professional footballer, the games in hand mean nothing. The most important thing you would want as a footballer or as a team, you'd very much want the points on the board, so you're guaranteed. But there's such a big psychological pull, and the fact that Bernardo Silva as well, I think everyone's mentioned it, how openly he kept on mentioning Liverpool. Yes, you can be, but they're obsessed. They are obsessed. Liverpool have got to keep their heads, but what it would mean if Liverpool, hopefully we can keep winning the games against Arsenal and Watford, but as a psychological boost, if we could go to the Etihad and do the business like we already have done in the Champions League. There's no bigger stage in terms of Champions League football, especially if we have got 1 or 2 point lead on City going into that game, and Burnley potentially do a madness, because they will not be an easy test for Manchester City anyway. Hopefully Weghorst is back fully fit by then anyway. On the boys, what a draw was then. North, get in, lads. John Moore, are you saying Newcastle for Manchester City? Would you say would it be a difficult game? Even us, we've got Newcastle to go to Newcastle as well on the 30th of April. Sean Goethe said he wants us in the Champions League quarterfinals. Then he said City would win. Yeah, it's probably the only legend Manchester City have got Eamons in it, Sean Goethe. Everyone, don't forget to hit that like button. Nice one, Willow. How you doing, Tom? Absolute legends. Buzzing for Palace, they helped us massively despite City having chances and failed. Also, I knew news of Scott Hall. Hopefully he's okay, mate. Obviously, sad news in the wrestling scene anyway. Yeah, 100%. Hopefully, forward to go to us and the wrestling family as well. We could go to them two ahead as well, 100%. But we've just got a cliche way to think, and obviously the players, I think psychologically, just got to keep one game at a time. The focus is back on now Liverpool. The pressure is back on Liverpool to win that game in hand. And we've been here before, obviously, but it's amazing. It's amazing. City, the levels in which Liverpool and City have been reaching over the last couple of seasons. I don't think the Premier League's seen anything really to this sheer extent in terms of quality of both teams. We know City tonight, yes, will a number 9? Will they need a number 9 come what the end of next season? But they can go out and get Haaland next year, and it put them in a very strong position. But in the here and now, as good as a player Foden is, I think he's very much wasted out wide or through the middle. I think City would be a bigger force in terms of potentially playing him in more central areas. CB, except for the quad 3 then. Fingers crossed, mate. Ed Hendo says 1 game at a time. Yeah, 100%, mate. Do you think we're 4? I think it's mad, John, in it, but as I said, points on the board. Liverpool do have games in hand, similar to when you do analyse Arsenal in terms of, obviously, they'll be going into this game against Liverpool with a lot of confidence, and rightly so. But I think if Liverpool do get a win over Arsenal, hopefully that we can do that, then I think Arsenal, if they can win 1 or 2 games and in their games in hand, then you possibly could go 5 or 8 points clear of the team in 5th. Which will be a massive boost for them anyway. Quad. Yes. There we go, CV. I would say things are going perfectly if it wasn't for Sal's agent. So as well, I don't know if you follow Mo on social media, mate. Before you go to bed tonight, just have a little look at Mo's Instagram account. He seems to be, I don't know if I'm over analysing it, but he seems to be putting a lot of positive imagery or like pictures up and that. Hopefully the players know a bit more in terms of what's going on behind closed doors anyway. Obviously, keep an eye on a social media account, mate. It's all smiles, which is great to see. This makes Wednesday a must win. A must effing win. 100%, mate. Give me a close 1-0 win now, please. Oh, yeah. I think all of us would take a 1-0 win in every single bloody game. Come what now, the end of May, still has the same equivalent to points anyway, but it's going to be an intriguing battle. And a lot of creditors have to go to Manchester City and Liverpool in terms of the quality in which they do have on offer. But it's exciting. It's mad. It's going to be a mad end of the season. And whoever does win this title, 100% does deserve it anyway. It's not like Carragher and Neville spoke about tonight. It's not normal for both teams in terms of a title race getting the sheer amount, because you could fully foresee both teams potentially winning all their games. Obviously, Liverpool and City have got to play each other, but both teams have got the quality to win all their games, apart from obviously the Liverpool City game, because one of them would have taken 3 points or potentially a point off each other. But keep on getting your comments in as well. It's not good for the old heart jacket. It very much isn't, John. But Palace, you absolute menaces, absolutely fantastic. Salah's posted on Twitter too, saying it's in our hands. Looks more positive from that point of view. The fact that obviously it was a Kyle Walker, Willow, like a couple of weeks ago. I think we all remember. I think I did put a video on the channel. We spoke about it. Was it Trent or something? But Kyle Walker, like within a couple of hours after, got his silver Champions League medal and his England cap on, and it's mad. And I felt that Mahrez had a bloody shocker tonight. Mahrez has been one of City's very much best players of the season, really, and he was off the boil tonight, which is very rare from him. And even Bernardo's, and sometimes in games, like I was watching a game with my dad, and we were bloody looking at each other and like going, someone upstairs, because you do need luck. And Palace did get lucky tonight, but sometimes in football it goes your way and sometimes it doesn't. But the fact that that ball stayed out of the back of the net tonight, there was someone within that ground like kicking that ball off, or the force in nature really, keeping that ball out of the back of the net. But there's a long way to go until near end of May. But we've got to enjoy the ride. It's the whole point of loving Liverpool and just being a football fan in general. Anyway, it's what you thrive off, your team winning or looking at other teams dropping points here and there. This is why we love the sport of football. It's absolutely phenomenal. It needs to be 100% Sebastian, massive game. We were living rent-free. Pep said, we've been living in Pep's head rent-free for the last couple of seasons. Look at that bloody documentary he done like 2-3 years ago. He's still, I can still hear him in the bloody Goodison changing rooms prior to us playing them in the Champions League. I remember Norwich beat City when Norwich had 10 players out injured. We have to believe 100%. Yeah, walking on trend, that was there, John. I have no idea how the ball stayed out. Mystical powers at the Selhurst Park tonight, mate. Will United fans be supporting us or Arsenal on Wednesday? 100% Arsenal, mate. I don't think you'll see a United fan. It was paying Gary Neville tonight, didn't it? On Monday Night Football to see Liverpool get even closer, potentially, to our number 20th title. Yes, lads. Thanks, Roy. No, it's not Roy, mate. It's Patrick Vieira, Dave. Big Pat. What a job he's been doing at Palace, mate, Annie. Absolutely phenomenal. And credit has to go to Palace, but the luck was on Palace's side tonight. A long way to consider, because that's what I'm hoping, as I said at the top of the show, teams look at what Palace did today. Obviously, it takes a lot. I think Palace are the only team in 27, 28, 6 Premier League games to really keep City out. And that just says how everything that you need to know. That's such a difficult thing to do in terms of keeping a clean sheet against that dominant Manchester City side. And you've done it twice. The only time City failed to score was in the reverse fixture against Palace. So they're doing something right anyway. North, no news on Mo at the minute, mate. I'd just say go and check his social media account, mate, on his Instagram. He's very positive, and that's the way Mo is anyway. But a lot of messages will be getting sent to Kleiny of Crystal Palace tonight, because he's done Liverpool a good favour, his former club tonight. I felt the Palace players tonight were absolutely phenomenal, especially Keita in the goal as well. And obviously the central midfielders for Crystal Palace tonight were absolutely phenomenal. And even the attacking players in terms of covering the space, not allowing Manchester City. Yes, especially when you do see teams play against City, yes, Palace have got those technical plays in terms of they can soak up a bit of pressure and then hopefully spring a counter-attack, which he did tonight. But Gallagher, oh, what a player he is, everyone. I tell you, whatever happens with Chelsea, I think Chelsea will be hard-pressed to keep hold of him in terms of he's going to be a phenomenal player. He's playing well this season. But I think if he does go to a bigger club, but hopefully he does stay at Palace and really develops his game, because he's getting first team football at Palace and he's going to be a great player in the future if he does continue his upward trajectory in terms of his development as a footballer. I think Arsenal skipped past United has really woken. They realised they're more to footy than cheering on City. Man United have got more bigger problems on at the minute. They need top four, and it's not going to be an easy thing to do, Dave. As the thing, and we've been speaking about obviously top four, but the teams in and around the bottom of the table anyway. Well, I'll have a quick, obviously, share screen again, and we'll just have a quick look over there. So you've got obviously Watford. You can see Watford there in terms of they'll need points. Leeds will need points. Newcastle, if they can get a win, I think that'll more or less keep them safe. Brighton has still got to play Manchester City as well. And then obviously we have probably got the harder running. Let me know, chat, would you say? Well, I think Liverpool have got the harder running compared to City. We've still got to play Manchester United at home, most importantly. And obviously we've got to play Arsenal away, and then obviously playing City away from home. And obviously we've got to play Aston Villa, the Ev, easy 3 points, and then Newcastle away. So it's going to be a mad end to the season. And as I said before, whoever wins the league fully does deserve it. Centre-backs use, you're right there. Yeah, phenomenal. Sir Oswald, absolutely amazing, weren't they? Roy is king of Palace. Roy. Yeah, I tell you, as we were saying, I swear if Roy somehow keeps Watford in the league, it's going to be absolutely mad scenes. I think Arsenal read that one laugh. Thank you very much. Keep on getting your comments in before we do shoot off, Reds. If you haven't already dropped a like on the video, really do appreciate it if you could do that. Really just help the channel grow anyway. Absolute legends. 23 of you in here. Only takes a second to drop a like on the video. Man, you need an LFC win on Wednesday, but their fans are not all. Nah, there's a lot of intelligent Manchester United fans anyway. As I said, it's top four, bottom three. It's going to be and top of the league as well. Even Chelsea, yeah, could they slip out the top four if they do continue playing bad? I know they got a massive win against Newcastle, but they're not playing the best. But the Champions League draw will play a massive part to play in terms of, obviously, if Liverpool do get a hard fixture or Manchester City. I think the City game does very much fall in between both Champions League first leg and second leg knockout games. So fingers crossed we can get an easier draw, but whoever we get, we're fully confident in. But it's all about it. Yeah, as long as we're in the competitions, I saw you got to ask Gunners twerking on this. Tunes all over. YouTube watch alongs tonight, telling they're gonna beat us a title race against. We need to give them a proper. It won't be easy, mate, but if we've got to be professional. And come on, you Reds. Fee, thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Hopefully every single one is. If you are new round here, hit that subscribe button anyway. We'll be doing a live stream watch along on Wednesday night. We'll have our opposition preview show tomorrow as well, so stay tuned on the channel there as well, Reds. North's going with his starting lineup. Drop that in tomorrow, mate, as well. North, he's going with Ali, Trent, Matip, Van Dijk, Robbo, Thiago, Henderson, Fabinho, obviously playing in that 6, and then Diaz, Mane, and Mo if fit. Absolutely phenomenal there. Even Jota, if he does come in, I think potentially Mo. I don't think nothing's come out 100% about Mo, but he did pick up an injury against Brighton, didn't he? Rosewald. Yeah, spot on there. Yeah, absolutely legends. Pep was blaming the grass after a draw. Well, overflow. I'm pretty sure we've had Jürgen come out a couple of times over the years. So it's obviously the top level tactics of it's the shithousery of opposition teams. It's all like, obviously if you go to non-league games in the lower leagues, you just let the grass grow a bit more, obviously, and obviously disturbs in terms of the flow in the ball on the pitch as well. Do I fancy it to win every game, Jack? John, I'd say wouldn't put it past this Liverpool side or City side anyway. We'll collect the title, beating the Manx second last game of the season. Be a bit mad that. Cut the chase, Jack. Do you see the Blues going down? Cal, of course, mate. Yeah, of course. Sorry, Cal. Obviously, Carragher was loving it tonight, mate, wasn't he? Carragher was loving it. I'm pretty sure he won't be going around for any Sunday scouse roasts or whatnot and that. Won't let him in. Overflow said the City couldn't. So yeah, we do, Jack, but I fancy us to win every game. It's mentality in which we've got to go in with, innit, mate? Tell you that. Take that, but it's still nothing on Ivan North. Go full strength against the Gunners. Maybe rotate at few at Forest as well. 100% there, chat anyway. But I'll see you tomorrow for opposition fan preview. Hopefully get me good mate Ray on as well, and a couple of Arsenal fans. But stay tuned on the channel, everyone. Really do appreciate every fingers crossed. But yeah, Tom will appear anyway. But yeah, we will be live tomorrow for obviously the opposition fan preview. We'll have a couple of Arsenal fans on as well. We'll discuss, want to know your thoughts in terms of team selection as well. But it's another massive night tonight, Reds. We just got to keep on doing what we've been doing, and Will City buckle under the pressure they have done over the last couple of weeks, and we just got to keep on going. But see you tomorrow, everyone. Have a lovely rest of your Monday night. Enjoy tonight. Watch the highlights and watch all the Manx cry as well. So, but everyone, the centre backs looks likely, mate. Yeah, of course. Like that, no. Gonna miss them 6 points. Yeah. Spot on there, lads and ladies. Anyway, have a lovely rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Stay tuned on the channel. I know if you don't get your notification, just come back on the channel, and obviously you can watch it on the repeat if you don't miss it anyway. Obviously, have a good night, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. You never walk alone, Reds. Just got to keep on winning. Keep on winning.